I should not advertise this, but it's the best lifestyle you could possibly have. So, I maybe have 3 or 4 ideas in a year. Um, you know, Sometimes we don't have any in a year, and sometimes we have many more than that. So it varies. Um, so if you follow the Buffett Munger model, which I do, your life is going to be fantastic. So here's what happens in the Buffett Munger model. Number one, I have no staff. There are no analysts. There are no associates. If you send me your resume, I'll be excited to read it, but I can't help you with a job because there are no job openings. Because we've never had a job opening. So one part of the Buffett model is that you do not delegate your investment research. So Warren Buffett, even today, when he buys IBM or whatever he buys, he does all the work himself. He doesn't have anyone under him doing any of the work. There's no one building spreadsheets for him or anything like that. And that's the same thing at Pabrai Fund. So I have a few part-time admin assistants who are great. They help run any of the back office things if you have. But even there, we don't have much going on. So in a typical month, I don't get any phone calls or any emails from my investors. Zero. Okay. And I have about 400 families who have invested with me. And these families basically got selected because I have some very strange rules with how I operate. So, for example, before people invest, I don't meet them and I don't do phone calls with them. So the only people who can invest are people who are willing to do reading of their own. We can give them access to our website. They can read various things. If it makes sense to them, they can invest. So that doesn't work for most people. But for the people it works for, since they invested the money without talking to me, they really are not looking to have a lot of conversations even after that. And what I tell my investors is that we have a couple of annual meetings every year where they can come and they can ask any questions they want. And they come from all over the world. So I have investors from everywhere, and they show up at the annual meetings. And so in effect, we are open for business 2 days a year. It's a lot of fun to meet them and talk to them. So basically, if you don't have any staff, you don't have any HR problems, and you have no issues. And what is the reason that Buffett and Munger don't have analysts? Well, the reason they don't have analysts is that the investment business is a very strange business. You need your brain at unpredictable times, and the rest of the time you don't need your brain. So if I hired a super smart analyst, someone in the audience here who I think each person here is exceptional, that person would want to do something constructive with their lives. So they would either look to me to tell them what to research, or if I don't give them any direction, I'd say, listen, just go look and tell me when you find some great stock. Let's say I just tell them that. Listen, you work on your own and just figure out when you have a great stock idea and bring it to me. Let's say I did that, for example. Well, what would happen is that because we have different circles of competence, 95% of the time, whatever they come up with, I would say no to. Because 95% of the time, what I come up with, I say no to myself. And so, since I would have liked this person when I hired them, I would feel really bad about saying no all the time, because it'd just be unpleasant. And so eventually I would give up and say, okay, I'll buy the stock that you want, even though I'm not sure about it. So, and then you've just destroyed the model. So what you have to do if you bring in people is you have to give them their own pools of capital. So they have full autonomy to do whatever they want, and they don't come and ask you what to do. That's what Warren Buffett has done with Ted Wexler and Todd Coombs. He just gave them each $9 billion. They do whatever they want. They don't talk to him. That works.